Thank you very much. And Mayor Giuliani, please stand up. Rudy Giuliani. The nation's mayor. Oh, he's done a good job. So our campaign is about ideas. We're about solutions to big, big problems. Problems that have gone on forever. I've traveled all over the country in recent weeks offering detailed plans to make life better for you and for your family, so important to me. I've outlined detailed proposals for providing school choice, we have to do that, reforming our tax and regulatory code, lifting restrictions on American energy, rebuilding our military, changing our foreign policy, fixing our immigration, so important, and keeping our country safe. Right now, thank you. Right now, our politicians have locked our country into endless fights about small and petty things. I'm asking the nation to lift our sights and to imagine what we can accomplish if we work together, trust each other, and put the needs of our citizens first for a change. We must break our ties with the failed and bitter politics and policies of the past and pursue a future where every American is honored, and I mean really honored and respected. We have to reject the arrogance of Washington, D.C. that looks down on everyday, hardworking people, and that's what's happening. Too often, those who have power have disdain for the views, beliefs, and attitudes of those who don't have any political power. Those in leadership must put themselves in the shoes of the laid-off factory worker, the family worried about security, or the mom struggling to afford childcare. Childcare is such a big problem. But we're going to solve that problem. That means we need working mothers to be fairly compensated for their work and have access to affordable, quality childcare for their kids. That's what we're doing. We want higher pay, better wages, and a growing economy for everyone. These solutions must update laws passed more than a half a century ago when most women were still not in the labor force. Most of them weren't even close. Today, nearly 2 in 3 mothers with young children have jobs. For many families in our country, childcare is now the single largest expense. Who would think that? Even more so than housing. Yet very little meaningful policy work has been done in this area, and my opponent has no childcare plan. She never will, and if it ever evolves into a plan, it'll never get done anyway. All talk, no action. Many Americans are just one crisis away from disaster. A sick kid, a lost job, a damaged home. There is no financial security in our country, especially anymore. But that will change under our pro-family, when you just take a look. It's pro-family, it's pro-child, it's pro-worker. These are the people we have to take care of, and this is what I'm going to be outlining tonight. Before going any further, I want everyone watching on TV, and there are a lot of people, right now, to go to donaldjtrump.com to read the full plan, great detail. The first part of my child care plan allows for every parent or family in America, including adoptive parents and foster parent guardians, to deduct their child care expenses from their income taxes. That's a first. I see the women who I just met in the front row are very happy about that. They will fully be able to deduct the average cost of child care for their state from birth through the age of 13. Because of the way the benefit is capped and structured, our plan will bring relief to working and middle-class families. The deduction also applies to elder care, capped at $5,000 deduction per year, $5,000 deduction. Importantly, our policy also supports mothers who choose to stay at home and honors and recognizes their incredible contributions to their families and to our society. Families with a stay-at-home parent will be able to fully deduct the average cost of child care from their taxes. It's a big thing. Wow. I'm hearing wow. I like to hear wow. The congresswomen like to hear wow. Makes your life a lot easier, right? For low-income individuals who have no net income tax liability, we will offer an expanded Earned Income Tax Credit, that's EITC, in the form of a child care rebate. Working parents can get an expanded EITC benefit that equals up to half of their total payroll tax, a major relief for low-income parents. Low-income parents have it tougher than anybody. This translates to as much as an extra $1,200 in EITC benefits for working families. Next. Our plan allows every parent in America to open up a dependent care savings account. Families can contribute up to $2,000 a year to these accounts, completely tax-free. She's very happy about this. Banka is very happy about this. Crucially, unlike the flexible spending accounts that exist today, these accounts will be available to all Americans. You won't have to depend on your employer to provide them. Immediate family and employers, and this is like right away, can also contribute to a dependent account, each of which is designed and designated for a specific child, including an unborn child. The money that is put into these accounts can also be spent not only on child care, but also child enrichment activities. I'd see. We'll start with that child. That will be our first child. That's cute. Additionally, the funds in these accounts do not expire at the end of the year. They don't revert to employers or to the Treasury. Instead, the funds roll over so that while only $2,000 can be contributed each year, unspent sums can accumulate and create substantial savings, tremendous savings, actually. These savings can be used by parents to help give their kids school choice and will thus contribute to the school choice reforms I outlined last week. A lot of good outlines last week on schools, and really popular, I will tell you. The funds will remain in the account until the age of 18. Whatever still remains at that time can be used to help offset the cost of higher education for your child. For low-income individuals, the federal government will provide matching funds. If parents contribute $1,000, the federal government will provide a $500 match. To help low-income families reach these targets and save money, we will put a box on federal income tax forms allowing these parents to have their Earned Income Tax Credit funds directly deposited into their dependent care savings accounts. Pretty simple. These dependent care savings accounts can also be set up to provide care for elderly dependents, of which we have many. Many, many, many. Our plan also includes much-needed regulatory reform to incentivize private sector solutions. The new funds offered by our plan will create a new market for innovative child care solutions. But to make sure these solutions are available, especially in low-income and rural communities, we must reduce regulations that favor large institutional care facilities. You know what I'm talking about. It's called special interests, got them there. We will allow the states to make the decisions that are right for them. In this era of sharing economy, we want parents to be able to access lower-cost, competitive, and innovative solutions at the click of a button, including services like nanny sharing. Our plan would also cover care provided by relatives and grandparents. Our plan includes incentives for more employers to offer on-site child care as well. We want the employers to get involved. Now they'll start getting involved big league, right? And you'll start liking your employer a lot more. That's one of the benefits. This can often be a good solution for many working parents and can save them up to 30 minutes in commute time. It's a lot. Currently, only 7% of employers provide these services, not very much. Our plan will expand tax deductions for employers, allow companies to pool resources to provide shared, and this is, I think, so important, provide shared child care services, and remove needless requirements that have prevented employers from using the credit. The requirements are so onerous that they never get to use it, even though in many cases they would like to. Finally, our plan offers a crucial safety net for working mothers whose employers do not provide paid maternity leave. This solution will receive strong bipartisan support. Do you agree with that? Do you think? When you go to the other side, they'll be okay? I'm hearing they will be. We'll get them to be okay, right? And we'll be completely self-financing. I think you will. You'll have bipartisan support. By recapturing fraud and improper payments in the unemployment insurance program, we can provide 6 weeks of paid maternity leave to any mother with a newborn child whose employer does not provide the benefit. This maternity leave will be paid straight out of the unemployment insurance fund. And again, the safety net will be completely paid for through savings within the program. There are more reforms and solutions in our child care plan, and you can review them all on the website. On Thursday, I will outline my full economic plan, which is completely paid for through economic growth and proposed federal budget savings. It's going to be something special like this country hasn't seen in many, many decades. Together, our tax, trade, regulatory, and energy policies will add trillions and trillions of dollars in new deficit-lowering growth. These are the kinds of solutions I want to bring to the White House as your president. It's time to free ourselves from the baskets that politicians try to put us into and always have put us into, and instead to work together. And I think you know what I mean. That includes Democrats, Republicans, and all Americans. I think you know. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, I think you know what I'm talking about. While my opponent slanders you as deplorable and irredeemable, I call you hard-working American patriots who love your country, love your families, and want a better future for all Americans. Thank you. Thank you. It's time to end the rule of special interests and to begin the rule of the American people. That's what it's all about. It's going to be a big change. It's time to stop fighting over the smallest words and to start dreaming about the great adventures that lie ahead for our incredible country. It's time to start believing in America again. Together, I promise you, together, we will make our country strong again. We will make our country prosperous again. We will make our country great again, greater than ever before. Thank you. Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. And Ivanka, thank you. Congresswomen, thank you very much.